Thanks. Here's Ken Callender.
Thanks, Kenny. And racing's certainly not a bore when you've got horses like you've got in the weight for age Liston Stakes today. Innocent King, the Derby winner. You've got Star of the Realm, a great weight for age horse, and you've got the Cup winner, Sub-Zero. Here are the prices. 66 Citizen, same price Sub-Zero. Star of the Realm's favourite at 6 to 4. Fra is at 11 to 2, 5.5 to 1. Marabou's Phantom and Landowner are roughies, 50 and 60 to 1. Prince Acumen at 40, Lord Regent 140. The Kiwi, Trapita, ridden by David Walsh, is at 11 to 1. Innocent King, the Derby winner, Larry Cassidy, 12 to 1 on the Victorian TAB. Air Seattle had good form in Brisbane in the winter. He's trained at Warwick Farm by Clary Connors. He's gone down to Melbourne for the Carnival. He's at 20 to 1. Our Pompeii, great form in Adelaide during the winter. In May, June, he won the Derby and the Cup in Adelaide. He's at 8 to 1. Bundy Lad's at 14 to 1. Mannerism, the Caulfield Cup winner, is at 8 to 1. And our Tristolite from the powerful Bart Cummings stable is at 14 to 1. It's a 1,400-metre race. It's the roomy Sandown circuit. I think they're only waiting for Landowner to move in down there at Sandown. An opportune time for us to cross to our caller, John Russell.
The JJ Liston Stakes, ready to run, waiting for the light. Stand by. They're off. Great start out. Tristolite, one of the first to bound out with Bundy Lad in the centre, who began quickly and away quickly also as Prince Acumen. And Fra is just in behind them, followed by Innocent King, and going forward on the inside, Mannerism, followed by our Pompeii. A length further back is Citizen. He's followed by Star of the Realm over on the inside here, Seattle. And a bit further back then came Marabou's Phantom, followed by Landowner. Trapita is second last, and Sub-Zero is last of all. Prince Acumen has dashed well clear past the 1,000. Led 6 lengths to Bundy Lad, a length and a half to Fra, third, followed by Mannerism on the inside of Innocent King. Then our Pompeii. They're followed by Lord Regent around the outside of Citizen, a length and a half further back out Tristolite on the outside of Star of the Realm. And this leader shot right away, Prince Acumen, coming down the side of the 700. Must be 10 lengths ahead of Bundy Lad. 1 length to Fra, followed by Mannerism, Innocent King, our Pompeii, Lord Regent. Then Citizen there, followed by our Tristolite around the outside. Star of the Realm, followed by Marabou's Phantom. And Trapita's a long way back with Sub-Zero as they straighten up. 400 metres left to go, and Prince Acumen is well clear. 6 lengths to Bundy Lad and Fra, 2 lengths to Mannerism, running on pretty well. Then our Pompeii, Star of the Realm down the outside. Innocent King followed by Citizen as they come down with 200 metres left to go. Bundy Lad has hit the front. Bundy Lad is clear in the final stages. Fra getting up on the inside. Mannerism and our Pompeii. But Bundy Lad is the leader with about 50 metres left to go. Bundy Lad is going to win it. Bundy Lad wins the Liston. Great go for the minor placings. Our Pompeii, Star of the Realm. 2 there with Innocent King between them. Fra on the inside, followed by Mannerism, Air Seattle. Next to finish in the event there is Marabou's Phantom, followed by Trapita. Prince Acumen stopped to a walk, followed by Sub-Zero, Citizen out, Tristolite, Lord Regent, and last of all is Landowner.
Okay, it's the Kiwi, Bundy Lad, ridden by Greg Childs, the former Kiwi jockey. He gets to the front here from Fra. Mannerism can't do any better. There's our Pompeii in the centre. In the orange cap between horses is the Derby winners, Innocent King, and widest of all is Star of the Realm. But there's no doubt about the winner, Bundy Lad. He's won the Liston Stakes of 1993 and will send the minor placings down the line. Here's Ken Sutcliffe.
Thank you, Ken. Good win there. And we've got the bit between our teeth here this afternoon. Let's take a look at
Sandown. The numbers 13, 12 and 3. Bundy Lad, $16 even and $4.10. Our Pompeii, $2.70. Star of the Realm, $1.50. Let's have a look at today's AFL matches. North Melbourne and...
Until the horses are running and racing at race 6, the Premier Cup, here's John Tapp.
Good on you, Ken. We've had an overcast day all day so far at Rosehill. No sign of the sun, and a chilly breeze has been blowing. The track is dead, and yet they've run pretty good times in a couple of the races. Now, this one coming up is the Bankstown Sports Club Premier's Cup. It's over 1,900 metres. This used to be the good old Rosehill Cup. They changed the name 3 or 4 years back now. It's been won by some pretty handy ones over the years. Interesting runner Azam, who won the Sydney Cup this year. And Ken, there's been very good support for a horse called O'Hara. What do you know about him?
Yeah, he's got a chance, John. Even though they are running fast times, I think the going has got a bit of give in it. And the consensus among the jockeys seems to be that if you're just off the rail, leave a little bit of room, that the going's just a bit better. Right, I better whip through these prices. There's Zemination, incidentally, the horse who's the favourite on the tote. Chestnut horse ridden by Craig Carmody. I'll go through the prices and we'll see what price they all are. Azam, Mick Dittman's mount, is at 8 to 1, hovering between 8s and 7.5 to 1. Majestic Boy is at 4 to 1, out to 9 to 2. Oppressor and Many Hands are both scratched. Chimes Am, almost 8 to 1. I've got a few dollars on him. Mood, TAB number 6 is at 9 to 1. Number 7, Bass Drums at 50 to 1. O'Hara, the horse John spoke of, it's tumbled right in now to about 7 to 2. By gee, it has come in quickly. Cash on Schedule is a scratching, 60 to 1 now. Brooklyn Chimes, and Schluss is also at 60 to 1. Ricochet at 30 to 1. Golden Dragon has got out from 6s to 7s, and with that support for O'Hara, Examination has got out from 7 to 2 to 4 to 1 on the tote. Embassy Square scratched, Hot Fish is at 30 to 1, and Superior Model is at 100 to 1. They're just about all in. Here's the best caller in the business, Johnny Tapp.
Good on you, Ken. Majestic Boy goes up. That leaves only Brooklyn Chimes, and they'll be set. Majestic Boy is a 7-year-old, as is Azam. Majestic Boy's had 46 starts for a 7.95 record. And whilst he's been no champion, he's certainly been a great money spinner for connections and a lovely, quiet horse who does everything right. Majestic Boy in the stalls, facing up squarely. Now Matt Provato gives Brooklyn Chimes a pat, a pacifying pat, as that horse goes up on the outside of the field, and they're all set and ready for dispatch in the Bankstown Sports Club Premier's Cup. 1900 metres this, and barrier position's very important. It's a fairly short run to the first turn. Ready? Starter has the button. Off and running. And a good start. One of the first out, Anne Sluss. Azam began well, and so did Bass Drum, and Moods looking for the lead, followed by Ricochet, Majestic Boy. Just behind those Hot Fish when they get going, and then Chimes Am, Superior Model, Examination, Golden Dragon, O'Hara, and Brooklyn Chimes back at the tail of the field. At the 1600 mark, about to go to the back, and Anne Sluss is the leader. In second place, Bass Drum on the outside of Moods, followed by Ricochet, who's at least 4 deep, and the rider has little option but to press on closer to the lead. Majestic Boy running 5th at the 1400 mark, and nearly a length away Superior Model, a length to Chimes Am on the outside of Azam, followed by O'Hara. Further back, Examination on the fence as they swing down the back, followed by Hot Fish, and the last couple of Brooklyn Chimes and Golden Dragon by the 1200 metres mark. Anne Sluss in front, Ricochet going to second, Moods third, Bass Drum fourth, Majestic Boy fifth, followed by Superior Model, and then Chimes Am on the outside between runners, followed by Azam. Further out, Brooklyn Chimes, O'Hara, Examination and Hot Fish, and Golden Dragon is last as they come around the top turn, approaching the 800 metres mark. Anne Sluss a half length to Ricochet, Bass Drum third, Moods on the fence, 3 deep Majestic Boy, and there's one taking off right around them now, Brooklyn Chimes from a long way back, followed by Superior Model, Chimes Am. Azam hard ridden, dropped off a little at that point. Further back, O'Hara, Golden Dragon, followed by Examination, held up for a run, and Hot Fish is last, but they're very tightly packed on the turn. It's a traffic jam. Ricochet is in front over Bass Drum, 3 deep Brooklyn Chimes, 4 deep Chimes Am, off the track Superior Model and O'Hara. Moods on the fence, followed by Majestic Boy as they race down to the 300. Ricochet just in front. Moods is trying to squeeze through. Chimes Am joining in with O'Hara on the extreme outside. O'Hara's raced up to hit the lead over Chimes Am and Moods, and O'Hara's drawing away, and despite being off the track on the turn into the straight, Examination is rocketing home when it's all over. O'Hara beats Examination, third Chimes Am, followed by Superior Model, and then Moods and Azam, followed by Majestic Boy, Ricochet, Golden Dragon, Bass Drum, well back Hot Fish and Brooklyn Chimes, and last to finish the early leader, Anne Sluss.
Yeah, no doubt about the winner. Another one for K. Moses. O'Hara, as we pick them up, he's already gone to the lead. He's dashed past Chimes Am there in the blue cap and the apricot colours. Chimes Am couldn't find any more. And down the outside comes Examination in the red cap, big bright chestnut horse with the white blaze. And actually, Examination gets up to run second. If you're on the winner, TAB number 8, O'Hara, has paid $4.50 the win and $1.80 the place. Second, Examination, TAB number 14, has paid $2.10 the place. And third, number 5, Chimes Am, has paid $2.50. That was the story of the Premier's Cup. One down in Sydney, one in Melbourne, and one to go in each venue. Here's Ken.
Good on you. Hope you get a win.
8, 14 and 5. O'Hara, $4.50 and $1.80. Examination, $2.10. Chimes Am, $2.50. AFL matches today.
Now, though, we're heading for Sandown and the running of race 7. Ken Callender has the latest tote prices.
Yeah, and I reckon this one's nearly put on for the bookies. Ken, a very, very tough race. I'll get that right. Let's have a look at the fluctuations and the prices. Azuro from the Lee Friedman stables being very, very well backed. We give it you 8 to 1 early into 5s, and just as I speak, I notice it's come into $5.50 on the Victorian TAB, which is odds of 4.5 to 1 or 9 to 2. been a big go. Credit Account is at 8 to 1. Crazy Nur at 10 to 1, Greg Childs. Leggings, I thought she had a good chance. She will get back, but I expected a storm home. She's at 14 to 1. Big Jamaica at 20s, Blame at 20s. Classy Twiggy, Patrick Payne's mount, is at 16 to 1. Minsky Lass is a 40 to 1 chance. Pride of Demas, another roughie at 33 to 1. Auntie Mary, I reckon that's who will be backing her, all the Auntie Marys. She's at 15 to 1. My Sparkling Star at 14s. Party Dancer, better on a wet track, and conditions are pretty good in Melbourne today. She's at 14 to 1. Still favourite is Rose of Maritza. Plenty of money for her. Stephen King, the jockey, very solid at 3 to 1. Suma Peace at 50. Flowing Style at 40. Pompeii Lady is 12. Silk Shillelagh 100. Time of My Life at 50 to 1. And the 2 reserves were not required. They're just about all in at Sandown. I see about 2 or 3 still to go in, and they'll be ready to race. Time now to cross to Sandown in Melbourne, and our caller, John Russell.
Now the last to go in Suma Peace, extreme outside, and this is the WW Cockram Stakes for the mares. Rose of Maritza standing up well. This looks to be an ideal race for her, Rose of Maritza. 7 to 2 now, and 4 to 1 is Euro. Well backed as Euro, hasn't started since the autumn carnival at Randwick. 7 to 1, number 2, Credit Account. The only 3 under double figures here for this event, which is over 1,200 metres. Now Suma Peace going in. Suma Peace completing the line. They're ready for action. Second last of the day here at Sandown. It's been a beautiful day. The big event going to Bundy Lad. They're ready. Stand well. Off. And Rose of Maritza jumped away well in company there with Blame, who began speedily out fast. Minsky Lass towards the outside with Party Dancer showing speed, and so is My Sparkling Star. And up in that leading group, Classy Twiggy in behind them, followed by Silk Shillelagh and Pride of Demas. A length further back than is Auntie Mary, and they were followed closely over on the outside, going around them fast there. At the head of the others is Suma Peace, being followed next along the inside by Crazy No, Pompeii Lady. Leggings is a fair way back in the field, and they were followed by Time of My Life and Credit Account as second last, and last of all Flowing Style. They're racing along towards the 700. Party Dance for about a length to Minsky Lass. In third place on the inside is Euro. Further back then around them goes Pride of Demas, being followed then by Classy Twiggy, Silk Shillelagh, My Sparkling Star, Auntie Mary, and further back in the field, pull to the outside, Suma Peace, and Leggings is a fair way back as they straighten up. Where the leader, this is going pretty strongly. Pier Party Dancer coming down to the 250, led 2.5 lengths to his Euro, who's under the whip, starting to close the gap on the leader a better. Minsky Lass battling on well. Classy Twiggy, Pride of Demas, My Sparkling Star, and Rose of Maritza from a long way back. Party Dancer is the leader. In second place, Minsky Lass coming after it. Party Dancer hanging on, then Rose of Maritza. Party Dancer wins it. Party Dancer's won from Classy Twiggy and Minsky Lass. My Sparkling Star is Euro. Rose of Maritza followed by Big Jamaica. Time of My Life rattled home well, then Pompeii Lady, and the next time Silk Shillelagh. Credit Account made up some ground, and further back in the field to Blame, who's a long way out of the ground with Crazy No, and back behind them is Leggings, followed by Suma Peace second last, and last of all was Auntie Mary.
$60 and $5.60. Classy Twiggy $5.40, and Minsky Lass $14.80. Those AFL matches in progress, and North Melbourne playing Footscray. Footscray still in front, 18-11 to North Melbourne, 14 goals 11. St Kilda playing Richmond, and St Kilda still in front here, 12 goals 11 to the Tigers, 9 goals 7. Carlton and Sydney, and this was close. Carlton pulling away again, 15 goals 11 to the Swans, 12 goals 8. Britain's Damon Hill has grabbed provisional pole.
Right, Ian, we're coming into race 7 now, the Concorde Stakes, a listed race over the hurry-scurry course of 1,100 metres. And this is a very smart field. As a matter of fact, between them, they've won more than $6 million in prize money, the biggest earners being Durbridge, who's won close to $2 million, and one of my favourites, Slight Chance, who's won about $1.6 million. Ken, she's a tiny little thing, Slight Chance, about as big as a kid's pony, but she's all heart, and even though this is a little bit short, nice and fresh, she'll be charging home.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting race, John. There's plenty of pace, and even though it's only 1,100 metres, that fast pace up front will ensure that the back markers get to the line strongly. I'm looking forward to it. Here we go. Durbridge, he's at 20 to 1. I do think they'll run away from him today. Slight Chances at 9 to 1. Good odds at top mare. Deposition, he'll rattle home. He's at 6 to 1. Friends Venture is almost into 5 to 1 now. Classic Magic at 14 to 1. Cabora at 66 to 1. Number 7, Let's Hurry at 14 to 1. All Our Mob, favourite on the tote at 3 to 1. Cavalier is an 8 to 1 chance. Double Malt at 60 to 1. Overpitch at 40 to 1. Varicos into 12 to 1. He could even lead the race, but whether he runs the distance right out with that speed on, oh, well, I've got to doubt it. Navy Seal and Peloton are both scratched. Truly Can is at 8 to 1 and Top Groom is a scratching. I think Truly Can will go well, but she'll need a bit of luck. To call this helter-skelter affair, and there's Varicos about to go in, is Johnny Tapp.
Yeah, Ken, there won't be time to blink. 1,100 metres and they will go like the hammers of Hades. The course record for the distance is held by Another Drive at 1 minute .03. And Final Card holds the race record at just a fraction worse than that. A couple of horses very stirred up here, namely All Our Mob, and Varicos is also, he's gone back 70 or 80 metres behind the line. And once he caught sight of the gates, he wasn't very happy about it at all, Varicos. He can't get far enough away from the stalls. There he is now. Varicos is trained at Adamstown by Darren Smith, and he's won about $218,000. It's a long while now since he's shown anywhere near his best form by the same token. Alan Scorse is the rider, and Alan, of course, has had a lot of success in the last 12 months on the good mare Spanish Mix. Now, Varicos has finally moved up into line ahead of All Our Mob, and we wait now for Let's Hurry and Durbridge. If you had to pick the perfect thoroughbred specimen, Durbridge would be pretty close to it. Winner of an AJC Derby and an absolutely magnificent thoroughbred horse. Trained by Lee Friedman. Starter calling out to Mark de Montfort, who's riding Classic Magic. Now, starters onto his stand as the last couple move up, and they're about set to go in the Concorde. Off. Butte start, although Truly Can and Double Malt, if anything, are a shade tardy. Classic Magic and Varicos began brilliantly from wide barriers. All Our Mob is going to settle third, followed by Friends Venture, Deposition, Truly Can improving along the fence, followed by Durbridge, and then Cavalier and Slight Chance, and just behind those, Let's Hurry, who can't get on the track from that wide barrier. At the head of the others is Overpitch as they come through the gap onto the course proper, followed by Cabora with Double Malt tailed off. Classic Magic in front at the 600 over Varicos on the outside. 2 lengths away, Friends Venture on the inside of All Our Mob. A couple then to Deposition, followed by Truly Can and Durbridge. Let's Hurry hasn't been on the track from Cavalier, Slight Chance, and then Overpitch and Cabora. Heads a turn for home in the Concorde. The leader, Classic Magic, over Varicos. In third place, Friends Venture under the whip. All Our Mob putting in his run, followed by Deposition, and then Truly Can. Classic Magic still in front at the 200. In fact, he's nicely clear. His Deposition charging down the outside. All Our Mob in the middle. All Our Mob and Deposition have grabbed Classic Magic. Deposition on the outside going best, and Deposition wins the Concorde from All Our Mob and Classic Magic, followed by Cavalier, then Truly Can, Slight Chance, Durbridge, Double Malt, Let's Hurry. Further back as Overpitch, Friends Venture, followed by Cabora, and Varicos is weakened to pull up with the tail enders.
Well, Classic Magic led them a merry dance, and you can see here in the pink colours, he's clear of Varicos in the bandages, who's fading. In the centre, in the white with the pink cap, is All Our Mob, and then further out in the pink colours, or cerise as they actually are, is Deposition. And it was Deposition who went home best. And if you're on him on the tote, he's going to pay $7 exactly for the win, $2.80 the place. Second, All Our Mob, TAB number 8, is going to pay $1.80 for the place. And third, Classic Magic, TAB number 5, is going to pay $3.90 for the place. That was the story of racing today. I hope you had a win. If not, there's always next week. Here's Kenny.
Thank you, Ken. Nice odds there on Deposition. And ahead on the show, Ian Maurice takes us right around this wide world of sports to report on the weird and the wonderful in his Plays of the Week.